If you ever felt like someone inside you was watching, waiting, this story will make you question who that person really is. Arhan was a cybersecurity expert, the kind of man who believed every problem had a code, every emotion had a firewall, and every weakness could be patched with logic. He lived in a high-rise apartment overlooking the sleepless city, where screens replaced sunsets and silence felt like a system error. On paper, he had everything: a six-figure job, status, and a spotless online reputation. But inside, he was running on fumes. He hadn't smiled in months, not a real smile at least. His success felt mechanical, like he'd automated his own soul. Then came the flicker. It started one night at 3:03 a.m. He had just finished debugging a client's firewall when the reflection in his smart mirror moved differently, half a second too slow. Arhan blinked. The reflection smiled. But he hadn't. He told himself it was exhaustion, a trick of the light. But the next night it happened again and again. And on the fourth night, the reflection spoke. "You've built firewalls around your soul, Arhan," it said, "and now even you can't access yourself." He stumbled back, his pulse racing. Who said that? The mirror stayed still. His reflection looked calm, almost serene, the exact opposite of how he felt. Anger replaced fear. He grabbed a metal mug and hurled it at the glass. But instead of shattering, the mirror rippled, as if it were made of water reacting to his rage. He stood frozen as a small crack appeared in the corner, glowing faintly, like a pulse. Then his laptop beeped, a new email notification. Subject: "Find the real you before he replaces you." Location: Sector 9, Old City. No sender, no trace, just coordinates. For 2 days, he ignored the message. He buried himself in work, convincing himself it was a prank. But at night, the mirror flickered again, this time showing flashes of places he'd never seen: tunnels, symbols, and a shadow wearing his face. Something deep inside told him this wasn't a virus, it was a calling. On the third night, unable to take it anymore, Arhan took his car and drove toward the coordinates. The city lights faded behind him as rain began to fall, thin at first, then heavy, drumming against his windshield like static. Sector 9 was supposed to be abandoned after the metro collapse years ago, but beneath the crumbling concrete, he found a staircase leading down. A faint blue light pulsed from below. He descended, phone flashlight cutting through the damp darkness. What he found made his breath catch. An underground chamber, walls lined with mirrors, hundreds of them, some cracked, others fogged. Cables hung from the ceiling like vines, connecting each mirror to a central terminal. And in front of that terminal was a man, wearing his face. "Who are you?" he shouted, stepping back. The figure turned slowly, eyes calm but heavy with something ancient. "I'm the part you deleted," he said. "Your peace, your truth, your power." Arhan's chest tightened. "This isn't real. You're just a glitch." The reflection smiled faintly. "If I were a glitch, you wouldn't feel fear. You'd feel nothing, just like you've been feeling for years." Before Arhan could react, the mirrors flickered, showing flashes of his life. His mother crying when he chose money over family. His best friend's call he ignored. The girl he loved but pushed away because success couldn't wait. Each image hit like a punch to the chest. He dropped to his knees, gasping. "Stop! I get it!" "Do you? Or do you just want to control this too?" The mirrors started to crack one by one, releasing gusts of air, whispers of his own thoughts echoing through the room. I'm not good enough. They'll forget me. I have to be perfect. In the noise, Arhan realized something. The reflection wasn't his enemy. It was his mirror, his soul, showing him the version of him he'd buried under deadlines and fear. He stepped closer. The figure did the same. You want peace? Then stop running security on your heart. Let it be vulnerable. The reflection reached out its hand. Hesitant, Arhan reached back, and the two merged in a burst of light. When he opened his eyes, Arhan was lying on the floor of his apartment. The city outside buzzed as usual, but inside, everything was different. The mirror stood before him, perfectly normal. His reflection looked human again. No distortion, no flicker. Just him, but with a stillness he hadn't seen in years. He walked closer. The reflection smiled. His smile, this time. He finally understood. The war he'd been fighting wasn't the world, or with technology, or even with the mirror. It was with himself, with the version of him that forgot how to feel. He didn't find peace in a temple or wisdom from a monk. He found it in confrontation, in facing his shadow and not flinching. That night, he stood by the window, watching the sunrise reflect off every glass tower in the city. For the first time, he didn't feel hollow. He felt whole. The lesson is simple. The greatest war is fought within, and the bravest are those who confront their own reflection. To find your true self, you must first face the one you've been hiding from. If this story gave you chills and made you think, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, because someone out there is still running from their reflection, and this story might just save them.